So, I'm going to be talking about what happened in Washington, D.C., the rioting. I don't know if it's an insurrection or what, and the upcoming inauguration on the 20th, and how I'm navigating it. First off, two things: love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and spirit, or strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you're not doing those things, you're not kosher with God. So, you got a problem there. If you hate your neighbor that you can't see, God says, how can you love God that you can't see when you're hating your neighbor? Now, I'm not going to be pro Trump or Biden. I'm just going to tell you with how I'm dealing with this. One is not to hate your neighbor. Um, I've done that in my past, and it's caused demons to come into my life. And I know the nature of hate. You can not like something, you can go through a process to deal with it, and if it's legal, hey, have at it. Go for it. But when you are hating someone, blanket, without any kind of leeway for the humanity, salvation, or just giving them, the heart of God, even if they are your enemy, then you better pump your brakes and just stop, because I know for a fact that will let in bitterness, that will let in all kinds of demonic stuff, and it will eat you alive. Now, you can overcome it in time because it'll cause you problems. But I would rather you pray for you bless those that curse you, you pray for those who spitefully use you. And what happens is that God's got your back. And God will take care, help you in the process of life. There's things that I've done wrong in my life where I have not been kind and I've not been merciful, and it's cost me years. And so I'm telling you what not to do. Because if you're in a good spot, let's say you're not happy about something, but you're not acting crazy, well, good for you. If you're acting crazy about somebody or something, better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because I know God's judgment, and it's funny. If you're a Christian and you have a bad attitude, He'll judge you before the person who's doing wrong about your attitude. That's reminds me in the Bible where two disciples were asking Jesus if they should call down fire and brimstone because Jesus was not received well in a town. And Jesus is like, dudes, I came to save these crazy people. Now you're acting you don't even know what you're acting crazy. Stop that. So if you're acting crazy and you want to burn them down and crucify them and get them, don't do it. Pray for them. Pray for God to be involved in all this, because your prayers are effective. I'm not kidding you. You, by your prayers, can be more effective than you just going out on the streets trying to take vengeance. A lot of times it'll backfire on you. What you're trying to do won't happen, and what you didn't want to have happen actually will, just because of your actions. And I have learned that when you pray and act right and you think you're going to lose, a lot of times that's when God will come in the clutch, take care of you. So take care of your mind, your heart, your emotions, your walk with God. Walk in love. Avoid hatred, enmity. It's funny. I saw something from Barack Obama. This is a long time ago. Like I said, I'm not even going to tell you who I'm for or against, whatever. It's something he said that was interesting. Goes, there was one time when he didn't like somebody a lot. It was like some Republican. And one of his Republican elder statespersons said, okay, I'm going to help you out with this. He's like, how's that? He goes, take out a piece of paper and write 7 good things about them. And I don't know if this was a daily practice or at least one time, but it really, over time, it is to find the good in anybody. It is to find the humanity. I'm not saying if someone's evil, mean, and nasty that you applaud their evil, mean, and nastiness. Not at all. That's not what I'm going for. What I'm going for is, if I don't like someone and I'm going to crucify him, I better find out what part of them is worth saving and recognize it as I'm dealing with them. So that will help me avoid my problems between me and God. And hopefully I'm trying to help you avoid your problems between you and God. Things will work out. They will get better. I believe that there's angels involved that will help us through this. That's just my thoughts for, what's going on is when in doubt, walk in love. So, hope that helps. You let me know. Well, what is today? Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. I think I'm going to go back inside, get done with my lunch, go do tacos, and see what happens. Guys, have a good one, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.